draft is only 2 days away, and we are in peak BS season. Everyone wants to trade down. Some people want to trade up. But should the Vikings make a move up the draft board from the number 12 overall pick to secure one of the premier talents in this draft? It's possible. I think the Vikings should consider all options, especially for three guys in particular. Travon Walker, the fantastic edge rusher from Georgia, ceiling is sky high, as well as the top two cornerbacks in Sauce Gardner, even though maybe out of range for the Vikings, as well as Derek Stingley Jr., who answered a lot of questions about his Liz Frank, tested great as pro day, and is going to be a top tier, probably top 10 pick in this draft. I think that the idea of him dropping to 12, maybe not so much. Our guy Jordan Reed, proud of him, ESPN NFL draft analyst, he tweeted this out. Draft thought: the Panthers are by far the most interesting team in this year's draft. Only one pick inside the top 100 and in need of a franchise quarterback. GM Scott Fitterer loves to wheel and deal. Offensive tackle, quarterback, or trade back. Those are the three options at number 6 overall. And I think that the Panthers certainly could and should look to move back to a degree, because even if they don't take a quarterback at 6, there is a good chance that a guy like Kenny Pickett, maybe Malik Willis, could be there at 12. And if they can move down and obtain some more capital, they can have their cake and eat it too. And the Vikings, I think they certainly could and should consider moving up to 6. So let's look at the parameters. And so we went off the old trade chart. No trade chart is perfect, but whatever. We got relatively close. So the Vikings are getting number 6 overall from Carolina, as well as a 5th and a 6th. 149, 199, which is a Tom Brady pick. Love it. So that's 1640 points on the Jimmy Johnson trade chart, which, yes, is a little bit outdated, but do not care at this point. And then the Panthers would receive number 12 overall, as well as the Vikings second round pick 46. Now, that is a premium second round pick. Hell, the Panthers may even be able to find a quarterback at 46. Maybe Desmond Ridder, maybe Sam Howell, Carson Strong could be there at 46. Maybe even Matt Corral. Don't really know. But either way, the Panthers get 2 picks in the top 50 of this draft, as opposed to just 1 in the top 100, and it's pretty comparable in terms of trade value. And the Vikings may even be able to squeeze out a little bit more value, since they would be the ones getting asked, or potentially whatever. But question is, who would the Vikings be moving up to go get? So we ran a couple of simulations here on Pro Football Focus. On the first one on the left, so Hutchinson, Thibodeau, Stingley, Sauce Gardner, and Ike Ekwonu. So the top 2 cornerbacks are off the board in the top 5, which is possible. Like, I don't think that it's a lock that both Sauce and Stingley go top 5, but I think that there is a chance. Now, the Vikings, if they see that happening and Travon Walker falls out of the top 5, they met with him in secret clandestine fashion, and if they think that he is going to be just an absolute wrecking ball, if he's going to be the Myles Garrett of this year's draft, and they want to move up and get him, go get him. Like, I understand the Vikings giving up that pretty sweet ass second round pick, but I mean, if Travon Walker is going to be that guy, have him go be that guy, right? So go secure your guys. And the second simulation on the right, so Sauce Gardner went 2 to the Lions. I think that it's very likely that Sauce goes top 3, no matter what happens. So the Vikings, unless they want to move all the way up to the Texans at 3, they're probably not going to do business with the Lions at 2. They're probably not going to get Sauce. But in this simulation, Hutchinson, Sauce, Evan Neal, Ike Ekwonu, Thibodeau. So Walker is still on the board, which is very interesting, and would be the the third edge in this spot. Or Stingley is there at 6. Now, Stingley is very unlikely to get to 12. And looking at the draft order, that's the wrong one. There we go. I think that Stingley, since the Jets have 2 first-round picks, the Giants have 2 first-round picks, and have a need at cornerback, they went with a different direction at 4 or 5. But I think it would be very unlikely for Stingley to get by the Giants at 7, the Falcons at 8, and certainly the Seahawks at 9, and definitely not the Commies, the Jets at 10, or the Commies at 11. So I think that him falling that far doesn't make a lot of sense. So if Stingley is your guy, if you see him as the true blue franchise-changing cornerback, just set it and forget it, and he can pan out on his potential from 2019, go get him. Absolutely go get him. So even though the trade does seem a little bit steep, giving up that second round pick, secure your guy as opposed to just waiting around at 12. Even though there's going to be a lot of talent there at 12, there's only so many blue chip prospects in this draft, and Sauce is one of them. Stingley is one of them. Travon Walker is going to be one of them as well. So don't be scared. Don't be afraid. And Kwesi, they saw this approach with the Rams, and Kevin O'Connell, of course, is in that building where you condense your picks for veteran players. I think they could take a draft spin on this as well, condense your picks for some top-tier talent. And then they would have 4 6th-round picks and 2 5ths. Maybe they could package those to get up into the late second or third round as well. So not all would be lost, and I frankly, I would be perfectly fine with it. Go get your studs, go get your dudes, and let's go hoist that Lombardi 12 times in the next 10 years. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Should the Vikings trade up to 6 with the Carolina Panthers if the board breaks correctly? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.